Hey everyone, so what I'm going to do today is introduce you guys to the Mooer Radar, which is a cabinet simulator, and it has everything from orange cabs to Mesa cabinets that are 412s with V30s or different kinds of speakers in them. You can also, believe it or not, pick different microphones, and as crazy as this sounds, you can actually indicate how close you actually want. So let's say a Shure SM57, you can indicate how close you want it to be to the actual speaker or how far back you actually want it to be. So I'm playing with my Kiesel Aries. I have my dual Yamaha SH5 monitors. They're both connected to my Focusrite Scarlett 2i4, and I'm running that into my MacBook Air. I have a 13-inch and connected to Reaper. And as far as the gain stage goes, I'm actually using the Mooer 11, which is the Cali Dual, or a dual rectifier. I guess, what would you call it, a sim? No, whatever. But it's a clone. So I'm actually going to start with, so there are 36 speaker cabinets that you can play with. Some are bass cabinets. I want to say maybe it's 30 guitar cabinets and 6 bass cabinets. So we'll start with one, and we'll just go through the list so you can kind of have an idea. The first one is Champer, so I'm assuming that's going to be one of those older Fender Champs. You know, what did they have? I remember as a kid, they were Fender Champs. Then they had Champions. But, you know, we'll go through it. So some vary with size of speaker. Like this is a 1x8, so I would imagine that that's probably going to be the Champs, because I remember Fender having a small little combo with a tiny speaker. So, you know, I'm assuming that that's going to be it. So let's go through it. Hopefully it'll sound great, but at least you'll have an idea on the different tones that you get strictly from changing the cabinets. Some are worse than others, like this 8-inch sounds awful. So this is now a 10-inch. Now we're on to the 12-inch. So now we're up to 2x12-inch cabinets. So this is the Twin Verb. So that's going to be a Fender. Sweeped on that one. So this is actually a 1960. So this is going to be a Marshall cabinet. So here's the crazy part, right? Is that you can click on it and hold it, and now you can change. So that's pumping out the equivalent of an EL34 tube. We can change that from EL34 to a 6L6. And this one is an EL, what? 84? Is that fucking 84? 84. So this is an EL84. This is a 6L6. Same cabinet, EL34. So you can play around with this. Like, there's a bunch of different things, dude. So let me leave this over at the EL34. So from there, you can actually scroll down to next. And now you can actually change. So this is actually set to an SM57, right? You can change it. So now it's an SM58. Back to 57. I think it's voice. It has a better voicing with the 57. And then this is the crazy part. Distance. So I have it set to 0, so it's right on top of it. But let's change it to 12. 23. See how it changes? 34. And it goes all the way up to 50. And I want to say that those are inches. This is back to 0. Okay, so let's go back to, let's go down here. So we'll go to save. So I'm going to save that. That's 17, save. All right, so now we're going to what they call the 412 UK Citrus, which is going to be orange. Oof, Jesus Christ. Let me lower that. Let's go to... rectifier. Rectifier S, rectifier T. This is the rectifier with V30s. All right, so let's go back to, so you hold the button down, and then it pops over to different options. So let's change the tube from 6L6s to EL34s. Right? Let's go to 84s. All right, so I kind of like it with the 34. Right, so now I'm going to go down and go to next. And then I'm going to, I have an MD421 that I'm using now. Let's change that to an SM57. I mean, there's tons of different, there's a C3000, C4000, my SM57, 58, an MD421. Let's try the MD421. SM58. 57 now. Let's go to distance. So we're at 0, 13, 38, 50. So it's interesting that you can even change all that. So now I'm at 0 again. So let's go to save. Yes, I want to save it. Save successfully. These are all different. bass cabinets. Now we're back to okay, so there you have it. So, should you get the Mooer Radar? Listen, it's a novelty, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to take that thing and take it anywhere other than your house, your living room, your bedroom. If you're working and you have to stay at a hotel or on vacation and you want to just have a little cabinet and, you know, you want one of these little pedals. Let me just unplug that. I mean, I literally have these two set side by side. You can get these little Z plugs that are made by Mooer. They were $8 each. And literally, you know, you have it set side by side. Like I said, it's a novelty. It's fun to have. And if you want to just have something at bedroom levels and be able to change your tone and just play around with things, you want to have your little studio and, you know, A and B, two different tones from your amp without having to buy a series of different cabinets. I mean, the more I watched a bunch of videos and it intrigued me, but that was about it. Then I just figured, you know what, dude, let me just dive right in and just get them. So I ended up getting the Mooer with the Cali Dual along with the 30-watt Baby Bomb. I made a video a few days ago with those, and they sound great if you just want to dabble and just, like I said, it's a fucking novelty. You know, it's fun to have. It's fun to just chill with. You know, if you have kids, if you have a wife, if you have neighbors that are all a bunch of sensitive little wimps, then then they're perfect. You know what I'm saying? They're perfect. Then you'll be fine. If you have monitors, you know, you can just play with that. You can literally, listen, even better, how about this? You can plug your guitar into this thing, right? Plug that into the Mooer Radar, and bro, you can just plug your headphones right in so no one hears it except you. So I've actually, you know, I have Sennheiser HD headphones that literally they're the size of elephants. So they just cup my entire ear, and that's it. Dude, I'll just chill and just jam and not have to worry about anything. You know, keep in mind that I'm literally staring at my Mesa 412 with my Randall Satan, my JCM 800, and my Mesa triple rectifier. But if I don't want to wake up my neighbors at, what time is it now? 9:45 Sunday? Yeah, dude, you just jam with this and you'll be fine. So everyone, as usual, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, because I will definitely be making more videos, especially tomorrow. What? So I ordered a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at this point, the KHD Paranormal, which is Gary Holt's from Slayer. It's his signature pedal. So I was talking, you know, going back and forth with David Karen, who is the DK in KHDK, and he's based out in Prague in the Czech Republic. Super nice guy. Guy's a guitarist. He's a drummer. Played in a band with Scott Ian from Anthrax for a while. Super nice guy. You know, he's born and raised in Chicago. Grew up listening to punk. You know, him and I are the same age. I think I'm a year older than he is. So good on him, dude. You know, to just go ahead and do what he loves. So he lives out in Prague now, and that's where they have their custom shop. So anything that's custom made by KHDK is done by him and the guys that he works with out there, all the engineers. And but if you haven't picked up on the fact that there is a new pedal by KHDK, check it out. It was $250. I think it was $25 shipping, something like that. $15 shipping. I don't know. It was like $270 with shipping. Mine is coming tomorrow. tomorrow it is coming, and I will be making a video, and we'll probably be using it on all 3 of my heads that I have set up, along with running the paranormal through the loop on all 3 also, because they're all going to be voiced slightly differently, so that way you get to hear how that sounds. So keep an eye out on that. Again, subscribe, hit the bell, so when I post that video tomorrow, then you'll get that video and you'll get to see me kind of yap and talk about it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As usual, you guys are the best, and I'll talk to you guys soon.